Everything you want in life begins with one thing: your mind. Every decision, every habit, every result you have today started first as a thought. If you want to change your life, you cannot start with the outside world. You cannot start with circumstances. You cannot start with other people. You must start with yourself, and more specifically, with your mind. Your mind is the most powerful force you will ever control. It is your greatest weapon, and it can also be your greatest enemy. It can create your dreams, or it can destroy them. It can lead you to freedom, or it can keep you a prisoner. And the difference lies in one thing: control. If you cannot control your mind will control you. Most people live their lives on autopilot. They wake up and immediately start reacting. They react to notifications, to emails, to messages, to what other people think, to the endless noise that fills the world. And they wonder why they feel stressed, anxious, overwhelmed. It is because they are letting their mind be shaped by everything outside of them, instead of taking control from within. They live as if they have no choice. But you do have a choice. You have always had a choice. You have the power to control what thoughts you allow in, what energy you give your attention to, and what reality you create. But here is the truth. The mind is not easy to control. It will not obey you immediately. It is like an untrained animal, wild and restless, always running, always chasing, always searching for distractions. And if you leave it unchecked, it will take you places you do not want to go. It will dwell on fear, on doubt, on limitation. It will pull you back into old habits, into old patterns, into the life you are trying to escape. That is why so many people stay stuck. Not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack mastery of the mind. If you want to change your life, you must win the battle in your head before you win the battle in the world. The first step is awareness. You cannot control what you do not see. Most people never take time to observe their mind. They believe every thought that appears. A negative thought comes, and they believe it. A fearful thought comes, and they obey it. A doubtful thought comes, and they let it control their actions. But you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You are the one who decides which thoughts to keep and which to let go. When you realize this, you take back your power. You understand that just because a thought appears does not mean you have to believe it, and it does not mean you have to act on it. Thoughts are not commands. They are options, and you get to choose which options you accept. Once you become aware, the next step is discipline. Controlling your mind is not a one-time decision. It is a daily practice. It is a commitment to direct your thoughts instead of being dragged by them. And yes, it is hard. It will take time. It will take effort. But what is the alternative? Living as a prisoner of your own mind? Living in a cage of negative thinking, fear, and doubt? That is not life. That is survival. And you were not born to just survive. You were born to live, to grow, to create, to become your highest self. That is why this work matters, because when you control your mind, you control your emotions. When you control your emotions, you control your actions. And when you control your actions, you control your destiny. Think about this. Life is not about what happens to you. Life is about how you respond. Two people can face the same challenge. One person breaks, the other grows. One person quits, the other rises. One person sees failure, the other sees a lesson. The difference is not the situation, the difference is the mind. When you train your mind to stay calm in chaos, to stay focused in distractions, to stay disciplined in temptation, you become unstoppable. You stop being controlled by circumstances and start creating your own reality. But let's be honest, the world does not make this easy. Everywhere you look, something is fighting for your attention. Social media, notifications, news, other people's opinions, all of it is designed to pull your mind away from the present moment, away from your goals, away from your purpose. If you are not intentional, your mind will become a dumping ground for the world's garbage. That is why you must create space for silence. You must create time to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with yourself. That is why habits like meditation, mindfulness, and breathing are powerful, not because they are trendy, but because they train your mind to obey you instead of controlling you. Every time you sit in silence and observe your thoughts, you are training your mind. Every time you notice a negative thought and replace it with a positive one, you are training your mind. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are training your mind. And the more you train it, the stronger it becomes. The stronger it becomes, the more control you have. And the more control you have, the freer you become. Freedom is not the absence of problems. Freedom is the ability to remain in control no matter what happens. And let me tell you something. This is not easy work. It will test you. It will challenge you. It will push you to your limits. But that is the point. Growth only happens in resistance. Just like muscles grow when you push against weight, your mind grows when you push against weakness, distraction, and negativity. Every time you win that battle, you become stronger. Every time you choose focus over chaos, you become sharper. Every time you master your mind, you master your life. So as you hear this now, ask yourself, who is in control, me or my mind? Am I directing my thoughts, or are they directing me? Am I living with intention, or am I living in reaction? Because the truth is, your life will always follow your mind. If your mind is chaotic, your life will be chaotic. If your mind is calm, your life will be calm. If your mind is focused, your life will be focused. Everything begins in the mind. And the mind begins with you. So make a decision right now. Make a decision that you will no longer live as a slave to your thoughts. Make a decision that you will no longer be controlled by fear, by doubt, by negativity. Make a decision that you will take back control, starting today, starting now. Because the life you want is waiting, but it will not come to you if you cannot control the one thing that creates it, your mind. Control your mind, and you control your future. Control your mind, and you control your destiny. Control your mind, and you create a life beyond anything you ever imagined. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. And one day, you will look back and realize that the moment you took control of your mind was the moment everything changed.